Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
European versus American Coca-Cola and Sprite Comparison / Taste Test. Let's see.
I love
Sprite.
Sprite.
Welcome back to a long-awaited taste test.
Do you choose Sprite or Coca-Cola?
Actually, I had trouble finding
Coca-Cola
these, believe it or not, but we finally did. We have Europe.
Depends on what mood I'm on.
Really?
I can drink both, yeah.
Oh,
European Coca-Cola, and as a bonus, European Sprite. And of course, versus pretty...
Okay, first of all, it's not fair. Anything in the glass is going to taste better. If you were to do, because Europeans are glass, you have to get American glass, because we do have glass bottles here too. So it should have been glass.
Is there a price difference here?
Yes, glass is more expensive. But anything in glass would taste better than plastic. That's no debate there.
Easy to find for me.
I wonder if these are
American
hot or
Coca-Cola
cold.
And
Look hot.
American Sprite. So this should be pretty good. We're just going to dive straight into this. And with most of these
So he had it
episodes, there's
shipped
some shocking
in?
differences. I'm really looking forward to see if that's the case here. I don't know if that'll be the case this time around. We'll just have to see. Quick glance at some of the nutrition stuff. Although you would think these would be generally the same. A big difference is, of course, going to be at least big for me. That is going to be that these two, the American ones, have high fructose corn syrup as a second ingredient, meaning that is primarily what this is made up of, which I think is a shame. It's not what I prefer. It's a weird texture. It's thick, and it just doesn't have good delivery, in my opinion. And a plus for the European ones right off the bat is that these both have sugar and no high fructose corn syrup. So more traditional style soda you would want, at least on that regard. Also, stuff like carbohydrates and sugar are a lot lower, like about half in these, even if you adjust for size. These seem to be less sugary than these.
You know, also the labels. In one of the videos I addressed that European don't have the labels. This is what I'm talking about. You see our labels, American nutritional labels, or the one on the left has a little breakdown. European don't have that. They kind of just write it in text, which is still there, but it's not as easy. Like you have to look for it. You know, it's not as easily visible.
It just unfortunately, you know, like I said, the syrup flavor comes out more in Sprite. The only American soda I really think does well is Coca-Cola. It's a classic. And
Never mind.
so
I drink zero, so this doesn't. What he's saying doesn't apply. So never mind.
really good, and it hides the syrup a little more, in my opinion. But we'll just have to see. So let's go ahead and break into these. All right, so I think I'm going to dive into the Coca-Colas first. So we'll set the Sprites aside. I'll try the American one just as a benchmark because I'm used to it. All right. Yeah, very familiar taste. I don't drink soda often. I try not to. But this is one of the just go-tos if I do. It's like a safe bet, right? It's good. It's a classic taste. It's one of the only American sodas that I think, regardless of the ingredient issue, it delivers well. But I will say, in the past, you know, like my wife and I usually prefer Mexican Coke even more, just because it does, between the glass bottle and the sugar versus cane sugar rather versus you know, corn syrup, it just is that much better. But this is still pretty good. Now for these, I really won't give a rating system with numbers 1 through 10 like I usually do.
Why?
I'm just kind of gonna do like what's better, right? Simplify it for this one because these are all probably gonna be good, and they're not new to me, so to say. The European ones are, but. By the way, this is European Coke. One positive.
They do not look cold. Yeah, I feel
They
like.
look hot.
Yeah, I feel should be cold. It's better for both of them, and you know, to make it fair too. I don't know. They both look warm.
I also see that I might have forgot to mention is its glass, so that's a big plus for me. I really like that. It's also in like a smaller glass bottle, which I think is cool, different than like the Mexican Cokes we can get here.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's from. You probably saw the B-roll of it. I think it might be from Poland.
Okay.
That's my best guess, so that's cool. So here we go.
I like the
First try
camera
of European
person
Coke. I've
at
never had this
commentary
before,
too.
because we only get U.S. or Mexican Coke here.
To be fair though, if I'm not mistaken, there was a post on Reddit that even the Coke products ingredients, like the amount of sugar, varies by country a lot. In UK it was a lot, and some countries not as much. So kind of depends on what country this is from, and you know, to honestly, there might even maybe somebody should make a video if there isn't one comparing European Cokes, because I do remember a post on Reddit that sugar content varies significantly country to country in Europe.
Wow. Dude, these tests always blow my mind. I thought with something as famous and such a staple as like Coca-Cola, how much can it really differ? I wish you guys could try this, like, through the camera. These are more different than I would have thought. Interesting that this has, less sugar, doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. Makes you wonder why they do that with this one, especially with even like the sugar content, right? Like this thing is 60.
I assume it's cheaper, the fructose syrup than sugar. Has to be, because otherwise, why put it?
5 grams of sugar. And I believe this bottle we figured out has, I want to say 10, which is like really low. And so even if you adjusted this size up to this size, maybe it's like 20 or so. So yeah, this having like a third of the sugar or half at the most, but I think it's actually more like only a third of the sugar. This is really good. I don't know why they have to, like, why would they put more sugar if it doesn't need it, right?
Yeah. I wonder why.
I also, pretty predictably, I like the delivery here. The glass, it's nice and crisp and cold. I just love glass. Not to mention no high fructose corn syrup, so it just...
That was
so
an easy win.
Whereas this...
I mean, I feel like for me, especially, I assume they're somewhat similar. I would always go with glass. Anything out of glass just tastes better, period. So I think just in that in itself makes it better.
Like I said,
like for example, beer out of a glass bottle and out of a can. Like you can't compare. Glass is way better.
Might be the only American soda that hides the certain
why.
taste like more than other ones, but then it becomes more apparent when you compare it directly, right?
Yeah, it makes more thirsty, I feel.
It does. It's weird. I always try to describe it as it leaves some sort of like weird, thick coating feeling in your mouth. Whereas this is just smooth and bubbly.
Yeah.
I really like American Coke. That won't change, but let me describe it this way. I think, and maybe it's the sugar, maybe it's whatever else, there is some sort of a cola flavor that's coming through slightly more potent in the American one. I will say that.
Okay.
But because of the texture, the smoothness, the bubbliness, and it doesn't coat me and feel like it's melting my teeth, I think this edges it out. So pure taste only, I think this would edge it out.
Wow.
Taste combined with the whole experience, what would I reach for if I'm thirsty? I mean,
But I wonder if it still
water,
tastes like
but,
the
if you want
Coca-Cola. Because it then it probably tastes like something else. That's like what he's saying.
No, it tastes like Coke. I would think so. What is he saying? The only thing I can maybe kind of, obviously you would have to try. It's hard. Because like the regular Coke really leaves aftertaste, makes you want to drink more. Like for me, how I can easily distinguish what is that when I drink zero versus regular. When at the restaurant they give you the wrong soda, I can immediately tell. Is when I drink the sugary one, immediately I'm like, I have the aftertaste. I'm like something in my mouth. Regular just goes down smooth and like there's no like aftertaste. Not regular. I mean the zero. The sugary one it has that aftertaste. Maybe what he's saying, the European sugary one doesn't have that aftertaste that this American does. That's the only thing I can kind of think of. Maybe so. That's what I would guess. I don't know.
So
Right.
what would I reach for? I think I gotta give the edge to this. And I'm serious, it's close, but again, like
It's overall the best
it's
choice.
it's still a better experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's light and bubbly, not thick, and that's what I prefer. So, wow, Euro Coke, really good. Right, on to Sprites. This one should be interesting. Taking the bits from that, this might be even bigger difference. We'll have to see. I do like the taste of Sprite, but unfortunately, like I said, with American Sprite, which I'll just try, the good flavor gets quickly masked by the syrup comes out more.
Yes, it does.
It almost tastes really good, and then it tastes like kind of medicine, like
syrup. Yeah,
right?
gross. Alright.
So at least it's got no coloring or nothing weird. I mean, it's somewhat pure for an American soda,
Right.
with the exception of high fructose corn syrup being second. Here we go.
I would think this is a failure.
I mean,
What?
Because even the video person is like,
Oh, the video person
Giving
just hyping it
negative.
up. Yeah, she's just hyping it up.
and
yeah.
that's gonna trigger like to confirm with that. It's not
yeah, it is good.
pure
Sprite is, like,
experimentation.
more refreshing,
Yeah.
You've been drinking it just after that Euro Coke, though. I don't know if you can hear it in my throat sometimes.
Kind of.
I can hear it. Maybe you guys can. But yeah, it's very thick. It almost leaves like a waxy residue. It's the only way I can describe it.
Your voice changed a little. So
Yeah.
What?
Oh, does that?
What are we talking? His voice changed? Really?
Shouldn't be. I feel like shouldn't.
I think
In my head, I
you
feel
should
like
get
shouldn't
both
be thick
glass.
as it is, you know?
Like, no.
Yeah, I do think the American
This is not
sugar
a
glass
good-
too.
this is
Yeah,
not a good experience.
yeah.
Like, no soda. Should be like that.
So they got the flavor attempt right. Like it should be good, but something. It's something off with the texture and the thickness. All right, let's see the European Sprite. Again, this has way less sugar. No high fructose corn syrup. You know, just of course it's a glass,
Yeah.
a handsome glass. I like it.
Yeah, or if they, they could have gotten the European in plastic too. It's not like they don't sell it.
It's handsome.
Let's see.
Over-the-shoulder trick shots are hard. Saving money on car insurance shouldn't be.
Whoa.
Huh.
Now that's right.
Yeah. It's refreshing.
Okay. Dang. The differences between these are probably 3 times bigger than the Cokes.
Oh.
Those were different, but barely, right? These are like worlds apart. Wow.
Have you tried
Oh my god,
Sprite
I gotta try it
here?
again.
Yeah, of course.
And what are your thoughts?
I don't think I've tried regular Sprite here.
Oh.
I've only tried zero. Yeah.
Oh my god. So, remember
And I think to be really able to tell the difference, you literally have to have them side by side. I think drinking, what you drank like a year ago, you wouldn't be able to. Everything would be like your memory playing mind tricks on you. It wouldn't be the same. Like to really tell the difference, I think you have what he's doing exactly. We have two and drink one by one.
So the taste was maybe even a little better than the American one.
Mm-hmm.
But the texture too. 100% light, bubbly, airy, great texture on this. The glass, nice and cold, refreshing.
Oh, so this cold.
Even the flavor is different on this one.
What?
And it's better than the American one.
Let me try.
That's crazy. So this one is, for me, just let me spoil it, landslide win for this.
Wow.
This is like amazing.
That's good.
Oh, I wish we had this more like readily available, right?
Yeah.
We can get this at a European store, like in small quantities.
Right.
They have it sometimes they don't. I wish they had this everywhere. This is freaking good. Go ahead.
Let me try some.
Isn't
Oh my
it?
gosh. Holy crap, it's good.
Right?
I like the sides of the bottle. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Well, you know what's funny? Even ours has that other plastic. It's like a spray thing. But it works better on the glass. It's also weird how they go for a clear look. I realize the soda is clear here.
Right.
But they go for a clear bottle look here. And they go for a green bottle here.
I like the green bottle.
I want to say they used to have green Sprite bottles.
Yeah, we used to have green Sprite here too. Yeah, they changed it into clear lately.
Clear,
I
right?
think
Because the difference used to be, I think the zero one was clear and the regular was green. Now they changed it, so you get confused when it's zero and it's not. Like the packaging is very similar.
it's either 7 does.
When we were little, or was that always only 7-Up?
I don't know actually.
Gotta let me know if in any European country or wherever you're watching from, that's something I've never heard people talk about. Do they have Dr. Pepper and or 7-Up where you're watching?
They have 7-Up, not Dr. Pepper. I've never had Dr. Pepper in Europe. 7-Up, yeah, 7-Up is there.
Because those are 7-Up would be a competitor to this.
Oh yes.
And then Dr. Pepper kind of more of a competitor to Coke. I actually love Dr. Pepper too. But I've never had a foreign market Dr. Pepper now that I think about it. Not even a Mexican one.
Oh, I don't think it's outside the U.S.
Yeah, maybe they're only U.S. Anyway, wow. Another eye-opening experience. Less sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, glass bottle. Ends up, go figure. It's an amazing drink. I mean,
Yeah, the glass bottle's so cute.
this is that's good, man. That's so good.
I would be personally more interested in zero versions comparisons than the sugary ones, to compare the European. If they even have zero in Europe, I don't know. Coke, they used to have. Sprite, they never had before I left, but it's been a long time, so maybe they've changed things. Maybe they have it now. It would be interesting to see those comparisons for me personally, because I don't drink sugared drinks, so I don't know. Can't really relate.
Like, the difference is crazy to me. This wins the whole episode. I think this is my favorite drink out of all 4 of these. And
I
hate
will
to say
say,
it, but yeah,
but
if you like.
I don't know, because again, I drink zero, so it's hard to say. But I do remember like Sprite being like, wow, like a really, really good drink. Now, you just in the beginning of the video, you asked which one I would go for. I do remember in Europe, I was like Sprite heavy. Now, kind of like Sprite is okay. Like it's not, like as I said, like depends on the mood. But it's not like heavy favorite. Like, oh my god, I always go for Sprite. It doesn't have the same. So I don't. I don't know why. Maybe I changed. Maybe it is the European versus American difference. Something in the formula. I don't know.
I mean, it's not a landslide with these ones, but overall, it's a European win again for these. You know, these taste okay. The American ones, not like they're gross. These taste okay.
Yeah.
Some of the other drinks we featured, I don't like the American ones. Like I don't like American Fanta. It's just not my taste. But
Right.
these I do like. It's just they kind of get ruined when you taste these.
Yeah, so corn syrup, I think that's the worst. The corn syrup ruins
Yeah.
it.
For sure. Because as far as I know, you know, they used to make soda here more like this
In the 60s.
30, 40 years ago. It's just kind of a shame seeing it go downhill when it could be like this though. So I would love to hear your thoughts down below.
All right.
Okay, guys, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.